Hello and welcome inside the ACU TV or studio for this week's Optimist Newscast. My name is Mariah Williams alongside Kaylee Kahn. Our top stories this week include Freshman Follies, an Allen Ridge grand opening event, and Wildcat football. This is the Optimist Newscast. After spending 2 years in different locations, Freshman Follies is making a return to Moody Coliseum. This tradition started in 1970. The program is a lip syncing competition in which freshmen compete with their groups from their respective residence halls. Follies will take place September 23rd and 24th. Tickets are on sale at acustupro.com/follies. The university is known for its student-led worship groups, and Spark Worship is the newest. Here with more on Spark is Shelby Bird.
ACU is no stranger to worship teams, as university-affiliated a cappella groups like Hilltop have existed for years, and student-run programs like Midnight Worship are a favorite all across Abilene. But this semester, ACU welcomed a new team onto its campus. This is Spark Worship, an all-new instrumental worship team run exclusively by ACU students. Spark was the brainchild of Trey Lewis, a sophomore youth and family ministry major from Tulsa, Oklahoma, who has been mulling over the idea since he was in high school.
It was an idea that I wanted to do in my hometown, but because of everything that happened, like with COVID and all of that, it just wasn't a reality that happened at that time. So when I got here to ACU, it just sort of fell into place after talking to some people, some higher ups who loved the idea and wanted to do something and thought it was a good idea to bring to campus.
Spark Worship's ministry revolves mostly around their Spark Nights, worship sessions with a small devotional that help encourage students in faith and community. However, you can also catch Spark on occasion hosting worship for chapel throughout the week or at smaller events called Next Step Nights, which will focus on small groups. Julie Hall, a sophomore early education major from Cleburne, Texas, and Spark's social media director, gave advice to students who might be interested in attending or volunteering with Spark.
So in order to get involved in Spark, it's really easy. We have an Instagram that you can contact us, or you can find any of our directors around campus and just bring it up. We love talking about it. You can help out behind the scenes by being a volunteer for our Spark Nights, or just email us in whatever position you want to serve. We want to be able to help you out there. And then at our Spark Nights, there's also chapel credit, which is a big deal. We don't want you to just come for the chapel credit, but it is a perk, and we hope to see you at the next night.
To get the latest updates on upcoming Spark Nights and other Spark Worship endeavors, follow them on Instagram at Spark_worship. I'm Shelby Bird for The Optimist reporting.
Thanks, Shelby. Twisted Roots is taking a bite out of the Allen Ridge space. The famous burger company is coming to Abilene and held its grand opening Tuesday. In addition, Allen Ridge will host a grand opening event on September 17th. The International Student Association is preparing for its 30th annual ESNOS event. ESNOS is an annual show put on to show the different cultures and talents of students throughout the student body. This year's theme will be Our Heritage, as ISA wants to represent all 130 students in their organization. The show will be November 3rd and 4th. Up next, football breaks a losing streak that dates back almost a decade. Here's Kaylee Kahn with more on sports. Kaylee?
Okay. Thanks, Mariah. Football gained a victory on Saturday over the Prairie View Panthers. Connor Mullins has more on this story.
A SWAC and WAC matchup ensued on Saturday night with ACU taking the win over the Prairie View A&M Panthers 21-13. Junior cornerback Anthony Egbo Jr. set up the drive for the Wildcats with a blocked field goal following the Panthers' touchdown, and sophomore quarterback Maverick McIver hits his former Red Raider teammate redshirt freshman Jed Castles to tie the game at 7. McIver struggled, however, with 3 interceptions in the first half.
Thank goodness they don't give style points for wins in football. But no, I'm very proud of our staff. I'm very proud of our players. We've really stressed with these guys the last 2 weeks that there's going to be times in these both weeks. There's going to be times when, we talked about you're going to be under stress. There's going to be situations that don't go well. Very few times in football can you overcome three turnovers on offense. Very few. Typically that doesn't end well when you do that.
The Panthers kicked 2 field goals to take a 13-7 lead until the fourth quarter when McIver hit sophomore Noah Caldwell to give ACU the 14-13 edge. ACU's defense soared behind sophomore defensive end Tyron Bradley and freshman linebacker Reese Young.
We're all in it together. We've never had a closer group, or I haven't, linebackers, and we're like family. So in the end, it doesn't matter who's playing, who's going to be in. I feel like everyone could have done exactly what I did.
McIver then tucked it in for the score to extend the Wildcat lead to 8 for a 21-13 win. Patterson said they make series adjustments, not halftime adjustments, and that he's looking forward to see what his Wildcats have to offer in the future.
I buy into just trying to get better every single day. At the end of the year will be this much better, and man, I'm excited to see what these young men can become because we haven't scratched the surface.
The Wildcats are 2-0 for the first time since 2013 and face a big test in Week 3 against Southeastern Conference foe Missouri at 11 a.m. on Saturday. For the Optimist, I'm Connor Mullins.
Volleyball had a rough weekend, leaving the Oral Roberts tournament with a 1-2 record. The Wildcats started off strong, beating Oral Roberts 3-1. However, things quickly changed with the team losing to both UT El Paso and Tulsa 1-3. Up next, the team will be competing in the TCU tournament in Fort Worth, Texas this weekend. Soccer honored their seniors on Senior Sunday by beating Texas Southern 1-0. The first half goal and excellent defense would hold the Tigers off, but despite the victory, head coach Casey Wilson said it was frustrating not to find the back of the net more during this game. Their next game is Sunday against Tarleton at Elmer Gray Stadium.
It was good to gain some confidence, putting some balls in the net. Friday night we put in 5, but yesterday, unfortunately, we were only able to put in 1. But we were in the vicinity the entire game. Just a matter of us being able to finish our chances a little better. That's overall. And going back to what I said last week, I think that this week scoring some goals gave us some confidence in us being able to play our style of soccer. And I think that definitely got us the momentum going into this weekend. Again, it's just a matter now of breaking down what we need to do against Tarleton and executing and being able to put more balls on frame, and I think that's going to be the key for this weekend.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's Optimist Newscast. I'm Kaylee Kahn.
And I'm Mariah Williams. We'll see you next time.